rock and or roll. Watch the lights will be the cry from the team in soon to be in pink.
There's the red flag at the front of the grid then, just being removed then, so it is going to be green flag at the back. The revs rise, all eyes to the lights, we wait for them to go out, and they do. And who will get the launch there? Is that a good start there from pole position then, Keith? I see the number 173 Kawasaki of Stephen Draper. He's got Josh Wainwright looking at his inside there. Josh Wainwright and Steve Draper almost side by side there, but Josh Wainwright, someone trying to go around the outside of Alex Simon for 4th place. Didn't quite see who that was there, but Alex Simon in 3rd or 4th place as they go down through Hollywood and on towards Crane and Curve for the first time of asking them. But Josh Wainwright, you're absolutely right there. The race winner from both races yesterday does take the race lead.
Well, what Josh is trying to do here, of course, is to get that breakaway. He really wants that lap record. You know, he made no bones about it when we saw him at presentation last night. He leads the way going up towards McLean for the first time. That looks like Stephen Draper, I think, trying to give him a harder time as possible. It'll be Nicky Wilson too, trying to hang on to the coattails and get a good tow along the exhibition straight. I heard Gary describe it as, oh, that kind of works really, because you're going past the old exhibition. Yeah, that could kind of work well too. So down the straight we come then. Are we going to see any challenges? No, we're going to see Josh absolutely streaking away at the front there. He comes out of the Robert chicane. Hand in the shed, deeply buried. Steve Draper there in second, being chased by Nicky Wilson.
Steve Butterworth, yes, Steve Butterworth up in the 3rd place.
Recognise the bike there.
Alex Simmons made up 4 places from 8th on the grid up into 4th place there. Nicky Wilson's dropped a couple of positions, as has Morgan Creasy. The big mover, as we had expected, I suspect, from the back of the grid there, is the number 49 Honda of Luke Wallington. So Luke Wallington from the back of the grid then has moved up. Where is he on the screen here? Number 49 up in the 14th place, and that is 9th place overall. Looks like Tyler Donovan there tried to make it out onto the circuit. It's told, no, unfortunately you are too late, so Tyler Donovan will not be taking part in this race, I'm afraid. So we've got a retirement up there as well at the end of the straight and on the exit of Redgate. Didn't quite see who that was, but regardless, they are making the way in towards sector number 2 then, and that gap at the front there is certainly opening up from that 0.874 that it was across the line the previous time around. So on to the exhibition straight then for Josh Wainwright, Steve Draper and Steve Butterworth. Of course, Steve Butterworth and Alex Simon then. 1.3 seconds was the gap between Butterworth and Simon, but they are both in the retro thousands. Josh Wainwright gets the power down out of the Robert chicane, then comes across the line, the first of the flying lap. 1 minute 9.239. 1 minute 9.239, and that is a new lap record then.
Well, he did say he'd do it on the first flying lap, so he wasn't lying to us. Well done, Josh. Big credit to you, boy. It's fantastic stuff from Josh Wainwright there. So, yeah, Karma paying it back nicely as somebody else comes into the pits.
That's Dave Wilkins on bike number 149 on the Yamaha. Dave Wilkins into the pits here. Just having a look down the left-hand side of his bike, but Dave Wilkins, a retirement from this 3rd MRO Powerbike race of the weekend.
So it looks like we've got a few people, unfortunately, not having a good time with the opening lap there as Wilkins comes in. Let's see who else is chopping and changing there. We saw Alex Simon go back a couple of places on the lap as Wilson and Creasy went by. Is that a bit of radio chatter there, mate?
Yeah, I'm just having a look on the side here, but nothing immediately obvious, it has to be said.
Quick check of the screens to see if there's something there. Luke Wallington continuing to make progress. Another 4 places for lucky Luke there. He's up to 10th place overall, and he was only a 10th of a second or so behind Collins, so they came across the line. So I think they'll be gobbling him up quickly. Then Mantell's not too far up the road either as Josh comes across the line. He did a 109.239 last time, but he goes quite slowly this time. Does a 109.41.
Still underneath the old lap record.
Yeah, he did say break it on lap 2, 3 and 4, I think he said. So fair play, he has broken it on lap 2, 3 and 4, maybe not quite the way he was hoping, but 109.239 is not hanging about by anybody's stretch of the imagination.
A few changes of position further down the order then. Number 65, Pete Baker, got the better of Alex Simon, and Luke Wallington makes up a couple of positions, relegating Barry Mantell and Aaron Collins, as we get another retirement. It's the number 97 machine of Alex Mann and the number 20 Suzuki, the WSC Performance Suzuki of Connor Swire. So 2 more retirements on lap number 2 here, so not sure what's happening to these guys, but they are falling by the wayside, aren't they?
Yeah, they certainly are. It's mechanical reliability is something we normally associate with the power bikes, but maybe not today. Can see Pete Baker still out there. He goes past Alex Simon on that lap as well as Luke Wallington makes up another couple of places as well. He'll have Alex in his sights. He was only 0.8 of a second behind him coming across the line, but he was about 1.7 seconds quicker on that lap. So I don't think we're going to be seeing him in that 8th place for very long as Josh comes across the line into a 1:10 now. So no longer on the sub-lap record pace, but nonetheless he's got a 5.5 second gap between himself and Steve Draper. Steve Butterworth there, 3rd place for him, and doing a great job on that old R1. He's on the retro machine, of course. He's ahead of Nicky Wilson on that slightly more modern Suzuki. He's ahead of Morgan Creasy. Now Morgan is on his Honda in this particular race, and he's 2nd of the Clubman, strictly speaking. Pete Baker, Evergreen Pete Baker, 4th in class, 6th place overall for him. Ahead of Luke Wallington by about 1/4 of a second. The way Luke's going today, I don't think Pete's going to be very safe in that. He's around about a second quicker there.
Oh, but yellow flags there at Hollywood, it would seem, or Craner curves. We're going to have a look at the screen here for that one.
Yes, Craner, I think, because we got a late into Hollywood there. We can't really see much. Maybe we're clear at Craner, so...
Well, regardless, we do have wave yellows showing there at Hollywood, so we'll wait confirmation on that one there. Just looking further down the order there, it's albeit for 4th and 5th place in the retros, but it is a good battle between Jordan and Hayden Kilworth, the two brothers.
Barry Mantell hasn't tripped the timing beam over there at the 2nd sector, so I think there could well be Barry Mantell, unfortunately the former Extreme champion, who has gone AWOL there. There is Josh clicks off lap number 5 there, on the high 110s this time. Still around at the same time for Steve Draper as well. Steve Butterworth, very similar time. Everybody's in the sort of high 110s at the moment. Wilson, Creasy, Wallington goes up another place. He goes past on Baker. That does cost Pete Baker a place, but obviously Luke's not doing the whole championship this year. And in fact, I'm not actually sure if he's eligible for points because he's a BSB runner, isn't he? So
that's right.
He might not be eligible for points anyway. So maybe it's not all bad news for Pete Baker. Alex Simon continues the retro national section. Second, strictly speaking, in the retro class there. So Ben Collins, Raphael Kiss.
That's Aaron Collins.
Aaron Collins, sorry, getting the Collins mixed up. Too many Collins as well. Austin Webster, isn't it? David Kraviecki. David not hooking up with the Donington Park track as well as he did with the Brands Hatch track earlier in the year. Still picking up some solid points there to keep his place in the championship well and truly alive as Wainwright completes lap 6 now. He's into the 111, so I wonder if the tyres are starting to go off. We'll wait and see what everybody else is doing. Yeah, 111 is starting to become very popular there, actually. So I wonder if these big bikes are eating their way through the tyres. Luke Wallington, 3 1/4 seconds behind Morgan Creasy. This is where it's going to start to get difficult if he wants to move up any further. Looking at the timing screen, he's in the 110s. He's probably got a first or second row start at the moment. I don't know if he's going to get much higher than the 6th place in at the moment. He's got 3 1/4 seconds, just 3 laps to catch Mr. Creasy in front of him. We know that Morgan is not a slouch by any stretch of the imagination. The rest of the field coming across the line there. Looks like a bit of a change somewhere towards the back. Looks like Jamie Thomas, unfortunately, going backwards, losing a few places there. Matt Wren loses a place. It's Vincer and Jenkins who have made the most of that. They've both gone past there. Warbridge goes up a place. Cheeseman goes back a couple of places, unfortunately, for him. Houghton goes past on Pays as well. Jordan and is that Hayden?
That's Jordan and Hayden, yeah.
Yeah, so battle of the brothers, as you mentioned before there. Half a second or 4/10 of a second between them. Obviously, Jordan will be smarting after Hayden beats him in the earlier ultra race, so he's desperate to get back. And then, unfortunately, we've lost Alex Mann as well on his retro machine. He's ahead of the pit lane, yeah, as the Connor Swire and. Ben Wilkins? Dave Wilkins, thank you very much. Stuart Latimer's another one who's not tripped the timing beam for a while, nor has Driscoll. So, yeah, as you say, there's an amazing lack of reliability with these guys. Josh back into the 110 to 110.4. That would be good enough for, well, 2nd on the grid, actually. So that shows you the sort of pace he's got. If we went purely by times, he'd have 1st and 2nd locked down on the grid, but there ain't room for him to take both places. Wainwright, Draper, Butterworth, Wilson, Creasy, Wallington, Baker, Simon, Collins, Sisk, Johnson goes past him, Kraviecki for 12th, Cerniauskas, Mercer, Lindsay, Vincent, Jenkins, Wren and Warbridge. Warbridge moves into the top 20 as he sneaks his way past That was Thomas who went back there. Actually, a couple of places, lost 3 places on that one, so unfortunately for him. So 2 laps to go. We're 7 laps into this 9-lap race, and Wainwright, we're now 8 laps into this race. Didn't realise how quick Josh was going there. Just over a minute, another 1:10.7, so 1 more lap, and it's going to be lap record change there as well. You have Creasy and Wilson, so is Wellington getting close? He's not really super close. But that's a good move from this track. He was okay to centre him, but for some reason, possibly the mechanical grip from the grip of the track here might be upsetting the rear end of the bike, but he's not totally confident in it yet. So he's working hard with Toit Beam from TW Suspension to try and get the issues sorted as soon as he can to get the confidence back in the bike and maybe challenge for the top spot. He'd love to take the fight to Josh, wouldn't he?
Absolutely, yes. One of them as well, with Creasy now ahead of Wilson, of course. This is only the second round that Morgan Creasy has actually ridden that Honda, and to overtake the reigning champion there will certainly do his confidence no harm whatsoever. Whether he needs more confidence or not, I don't know, but I can see Nick down here is watching on with bated breath, I'm sure, for his son Morgan Creasy, who's now in 4th place overall. But all eyes to your race leader then, number 26, Josh Wainwright. Big old wheelie across the line then. 3 wins from 3 and the lap record to boot then for Josh Wainwright. As across the line comes Stephen Draper and Stephen Butterworth, the first of the retro machines. Then it's a drag to the line there. Morgan Creasy just pips Nicky Wilson to 4th position then overall. First of the Clubmans is Morgan. Luke Wallington, 6th place from the back of the grid there. Good stuff there for our former Rookie 1000 champion. Pete Baker, Alex Simon. Then it's Aaron Collins, Raphael Kissick, Austin Webster up next on his GSX-R 1000. And then Dan Johnson, David Kraviecki on the all pink and black Yamaha R1.